Okay, so would you believe, right, that what I'm about to show you can literally explode your results on Betfair? I've been doing this what I'm going to show you now for over 10 years. Okay, and it keeps me on track. It keeps my trading profitable. Forget about strategies. Without this, I'm telling you, you'll never make it. Okay, and it's something that every single Betfair trader sucks at, like really sucks. And you're probably thinking that this is going to be really hard, but it isn't. It's something that's really easy to do. Now, this is creating a Betfair trading plan. Now, before you leave this video and you go, oh God, that's boring, I don't want to learn about that. Okay, let me just give you a couple of reasons why this works. Okay, firstly, it gives me a system to trade the best trades every single day, but it also gives me a system to repeat that. I'm a big advocate of this. You know, if we can do repeated actions that are very simple again and again, one, we're going to get better at them. Two, it's much harder to do that wrong. And three, it's just easier to know where you're going wrong. Okay, so that's the second thing. It allows me to see what is working and what isn't. Okay, and the third one, the one that you're all really interested in, it shows me and it makes me so much money. It makes me so much more money than it costs me to do. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this today without any pain, and I'm also even going to give you my templates. Okay, sound good? I'm literally giving you everything that you're going to need. Okay, I can hand on my heart, both hands on my heart, this is how much I care about this and you guys watching this, that I can hand on heart say that if you do this, you will add more profit to your trading. If not straight away, you will see where you're going wrong, which will then add profit to you, Your Honor. Okay? Hand on the Bible, hand on my heart. That's my promise. Okay? Now, today is a behind the scenes look at something that no one else talks about. I am taking you behind the scenes. I'm showing you this inside, this secret. I nearly said opening the kimono, but no one wants to see me opening the kimono. Or maybe you do, you kinky because I don't know, you filthy animals, because it's near Christmas when I'm recording this. But everybody should do this. Nobody talks about this, which kind of happens a lot on our channel. A lot of the stuff that we actually share with you, nobody else talks about. We actually go really deep and we give you a lot of stuff, okay? It brings huge results. Firstly, though, I've got to explain what a trading plan is. Now, really straightforward. A trading plan for Betfair is just very simple. It's a list of games that you are going to trade that day with some information around each of those trades, why you pick that trades. Now, it's arming you with a process and a system that you can repeat. And it also, you can get to the same trades every single day. So you focus on, as you know, with me, it's one strategy first, get that right, then exploit it. So you could just do that every single day. Well, then you only trade the games that are on that list. So if they're not on there, you don't trade them. Okay. So you don't have fear of missing out. You know your trades and you've got a process to do that. Now, sorry if I'm waffling. I hope I'm not. But somebody recently messaged me and was like, oh my God, Ryan, you just waffle way too much. There is not enough value on your video. And I was like, hang on a minute. Which video are you on about? And then they said that it was the 3 strategies one that was out recently. And I was like, hang on, you're telling me that 3 strategies that have worked for years and years isn't enough value? Okay, this is just like, oh, okay. By any chance, did you fail? Have you failed on Betfair? Yes, turned out they had. Okay, so don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm not waffling, but there is parts. What I'm trying to do with my content, especially recently, is unpack everything for you so that you get the templates that I use. You get, if I mention something in the video, I've also then thought about, okay, how can I give you what you need? So not just saying you need a profit and loss template, okay? Actually showing you the profit and loss template is one thing, and that's great. That's what some other people do. But for me to just give you the profit and loss template actually takes away so many barriers and issues for you. So yeah, with that in mind, let's move on and show you how you can actually create that. Okay, now I'm going to try and flick between this and my screen as well. So I'm going to use Google Drive for this. Okay, I recommend you do it as well. It's free. It's free. It's got amazing spreadsheets and documents. And a lot of the times in BTC, a lot of the members use Google Drive as well. So that's really, really good, especially for the sheets, because we've got some whiz kids in Google Sheets inside the forum. So they just help each other out. But also it's just really easy to use. You can share the link. So if you want somebody to look at the spreadsheet, it's just great. Okay. You can use it on any device, and it's really, 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 really good for creating a trading plan. So go to Google Drive, create an account. Okay. When you create an account, I'm just going to share my screen now, and it's this one that I want. Okay. So I am now sharing the screen, and it should be recorded for you as well. So you should see my screen, right? Which is cool. So just move this one out of the way because that's right in the middle. So you need to click on new up here. Okay. Click on new and then create a new folder. Okay. So you're going to keep it. You're going to go new folder. You're going to call it like here's one I created earlier. I'm not Rolf Harris, by the way. You click new folder, Betfair Trading Plans. Okay, nice and straightforward. This is the hub. This is where the hub of your trading is now gonna, your trading plans are gonna go. Okay, now if you want, I'm gonna give you a Betfair trading profit and loss calculator as well, a spreadsheet, sorry. So if you just comment, I want spreadsheet in the comments below, I will make sure that you get a link to that spreadsheet. When you get that, you've got to make sure that you click File, make a copy. I don't know how much clearer I can do that. Please do not click to try and get access to it. You've got to click File, make a copy, and save it into this folder. Okay. So then what you'll have is a profit and loss template, as well as these things I'm going to unpack for you. But then you'll have that profit and loss template. Now, what I would recommend you do is leave that as a template and then click on it, make a copy. So when you right click, you can't do it on this folder, but you can on a document. Click make a copy, name it for the strategy that it refers to, and then use it for that strategy. Okay, really, really straightforward. And also save it into this trading strategies using folder. Okay, right. So if you want that, Ryan, give me the spreadsheet. Can I have the spreadsheet? I'll send you it. Okay, right. So now you've got that. Now we've got 3 folders you can see here. We've got trading strategies, using trading strategies, ideas, and daily trading plans. Now I'm going to break down each one of these for you. Okay. Now, trading strategy ideas is where I put my ideas for trading strategies. So what I'll do is I'll go in here. I haven't put anything in here. This is a dummy data that I've created so I can show you. I will go new. I'll go Google Docs. It's going to open up a Google Doc like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name it up here. So we're going to go, we're going to click on first half, play the draw. So this is just an idea I've had for a strategy. Okay. What I'm then going to do is write sport here. Put this one and go football. Okay. Then I'm going to put market. Okay. And then here, I'm just going to put first half match odds market. And then I'm going to just go play the draw. Okay. Then I'm just going to put my idea around it. Look for matches with low draws at half time. I'm just going to put all of these ideas down. These potential ideas that I've got for the trading strategy, I'm just going to put it down here. Now, remember my barbell method. Okay. What this really, really does for me is this helps keep me on track. Okay. Because I get ideas for strategies all of the time. But remember, I only work on that barbell principle. So I working on one strategy at a time and then trying to exploit it over to this side. Okay, but these ideas come up to me and I don't want to lose them. So that's why I do this. I put them in this trading strategies ideas section. Okay, I only work on the one and then I move on. Okay, so now let's talk about the trading strategies they're using. Okay, this is where I keep the rules for the strategies I'm using. And it's the exact same process that I've just explained. In fact, what I actually do is when I've got a strategy that I go, right, okay, that one I'm using is now, I don't need to spend as much time on it. I can exploit it. I'll come into my ideas folder and I'll look at one I like and then say, this one I've got here, I'll go like this, I'll click file and I will then click move and I will move it, click back and I'll just move it into the using section. Okay. And I'll move it there. So then what will happen is it is then in the using section. That's the strategy that I'm going to use. Okay. So that's where I keep the strategies that I'm using. And it's the same process as above. Okay. I create rules for those strategies, just like I've done. And I use the Super Trader framework, which right now I've been banging on about it for my videos every single week recently. You should have all got it. Let me know if you haven't. If you haven't got it, actually comment the word Super Trader and I will make sure that I send it to you. Now, this is where the real gold happens. Okay. The daily trading plans section. Okay. So now you've got this folder. What I want you to do every single day is go into this folder. Okay. Click daily trading plans. Now you can see here, I've got some demos to show you. So you click new. And then what you're going to do is you are going to call it the date and the year. Now, there's going to be some geeks here that might go, oh, okay, you might actually want to go new folder 2022 and then put all of 2022 in one folder. Okay. There is bonus points for geeks out there. Hands up, right? Who's watching this video right now going, yeah, I would definitely have some more folders there, right? And like, oh, I like my folders. Because we all like folders, don't we? We all like stationery as well. I'm sure we do. Like, I'm a big geek for stationery. I love it. So very, very straightforward. I do not overcomplicate this trading plan. Okay. So I'll show you it. It goes like this. I put here is heading. That's the strategy I'm going to be doing. It's in my strategies using folder. Okay. The rules are in there. I just go into BTC stats, Betfair Trading Community stats every single day. And I click onto my strategies and I'm using that one. And then I just look at the games for that day. Okay. Then I start sort of picking them about. I start to put additional layers of research onto them. I'm not going to go into that right now because this is about the actual process of the trading plan. But then what I'll do is I'll put this here. So I'll put the name of the game. Name of the game. It's the name of the game. I'll put Liverpool versus Everton. I'll probably put the kickoff time. So let's say it's 3 p.m. Might even be on Sky Sports 1, just so I know. And then I'll just put a few stats about it. Okay. So I know it's like the draw. I know the rules for that strategy, but they're in another folder if I need them. And there's just some information about it. Okay. And I do the exact same for all of the games I'm going to trade. Okay. You can do it how you want. It's just worked for me. Just do really, really, really simple. Okay. So then what I can do is I come to those games and I just know straight away how it's going. Okay. What I then do at the end of the day, I come back to this and I've got this heading called review. Now, here, right, I just let everything fall out of my brain. Just let things fall out of my brain. Like what I was thinking during the match, I'd probably break them down into, Liverpool game. This happened. I spotted this. I saw this. Just everything that happened. Okay, everything. How I was feeling, what went well, what didn't go well, why I made the decisions I did, why I got out at that point, the price I got out. This is a little bit different to the profit and loss thing because this is a little bit more open. Okay, and this is where I can really just sort out what's in my head instead of just raw numbers. Now, what a lot of people do is just the raw profit and loss spreadsheet, which is great. You need to do that. If you're only going to do one thing, you can do one thing from this video. Start using the profit and loss sheet that I gave you. Remember, comment, profit and loss template, I'll send you it. If you only do one thing, do that. But that's great because that's just raw data. But what doing this process does is it brings the best of both worlds. And any data scientists, any data people watching this will know that quantitative and qualitative data put together is gold dust, okay? So now you've got it. You've got a profit and loss sheet that's got the date on, but then you've also got a document that's got what you did on that date. Because I don't know anything about you, but I can't remember what I did last week. So I need to get this out of my head. I need to do it, And you can know, and then you can and see days went well, what went on those days, because success leaves clues. You know, you look back and you go, I'm an absolute idiot. I'm an idiot. Why am I doing this when my most profitable day was that day? What did I do on that day? Oh, what did I do different? Oh, God, it's there. It's there. You can even put, like, had a bacon sandwich with my lucky underpants. You know? By the way, my lucky underpants, blue underpants. I've got a pair of blue underpants, really, really lucky. Also, my lucky number is the 19th, okay? Because you remember the old Walker's Chris that you opened and they had those like packets on, those little blue packets, and sometimes they had a fiver in, sometimes. On the 19th of October, I was at school. I was in year five. And I opened that. There was no bloody Chris in it. It was just full of those blue packets. What? Amazing. Okay. So I even do this, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if there's no trades, I just write there was no trades. I put my process. I put why I didn't pick some games there as well. You know, why I didn't force a game, how it felt to not force a game, how it felt to try and force a game. Okay, I do this every day. Right, mini review, even when there's no trades. Okay, now, all you do every single day, you go into your trading plans, new document, it'll open a new document up, date, month, year, boom, done. Okay, end of the month, okay, you're going to want to do a review. Now, just comment monthly review, and I will give you here. Okay. Now, again, make a copy of this file. Go here, file, make a copy. Don't just try and type or ask for the permission. Okay, just file, make a copy. Now, what I would do as well is every single month I'd come in here. This is the template. So I just click here, and then I'd go file. And I'd go to here, make a copy. Okay, then I'll make a copy of that. And then November 2022. Now, what I do here, this is life changing. So stop what you're doing, like focus in right now. Focus in. I've got you. Cool. The end of the month, I fill this in. And it gives me things to celebrate. Like maybe I follow my plan for all of my trades. That's a win. I put that under the win column. Okay, under the win heading. Maybe I did a trading plan every single day. Again, a win. Maybe I followed the exact same process to get my trade every single day. Again, a win. So what I'm doing here is pairing that sort of subjective information with actual hard data. Because you've got your profit and loss sheet, and that tells you whether you've made money or not. But that isn't the only barometer for success for me when it comes to trading, and for you as well, because you might have a strategy that has the potential to make money. And I genuinely believe that people give up on their strategies way too soon. People don't do this process with their strategy so that they don't actually really know what's going on. And they're doing so many other trades around that strategy, and they just go, I need another plan, instead of actually changing their behavior to match what they should be doing. So it looks like they're losing when actually it's not. And some of one of my best strategies come from a failed trading strategy. It was only 2.5. It failed, but this system, this process turned that into a winning strategy. And by God, it is a winner. Okay. So you just put the wins down. Okay. Maybe I focused on one strategy. I was working on that win. Maybe I did what I said I was going to do with my focus, and I got this, and this. Okay. I'll tell you about the focus bit in a minute. So stick around. Okay, now move on to the challenges. Okay, now this one is really, really good. I get honest with myself here. I talk about what I struggled with, and I let it all out. Now, I've always thought that this kind of stuff was a bit woo-woo. You know, you shouldn't do it, and it's all a bit like, it's a bit rubbish, really, you know? But, you know, when something's bothering you, and you talk to someone about it, and you just start talking it out, okay? You just start talking it out, and then miraculously, your subconscious goes, and it puts those waves into your brain, and you're like, oh my God, I've got the idea. I know it now. I know it. I've got the answer. That's what this does. Okay. No one else is going to see it either. So it doesn't matter. Okay. It just doesn't matter. So just be honest with yourself. I know it's hard, but just be honest with yourself, because here you can go, oh, that's what's really letting my trend down. If only I did that, which is then, and this is set up strategically, and this is set up in the process. Then you come to focus, right? And your focus, I try to pick one main focus here, and it always comes from a challenge, which comes from above. Something that knows holding me back. And I think about what is going to swing that door the most. Like tiny hinges swing bloody big doors. You've seen some of them big back doors that got like tiny little hinge on. Okay, so just like nothing here is just to be thrown away or anything like that. Think about this. Okay. Now I pick one main focus. Okay, and if I need to get help with it, I put that here as well. And I read a really good book called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. And he said a yes is nothing without a plan. So he is an FBI hostage negotiator. Really good book. Every chapter starts with a story about him doing real life FBI hostage negotiations, which even if you're not bothered about getting better at negotiations, worth reading just for the stories. He says just a yes without a plan is just useless. So if someone says, yeah, I'll do that, I go, how? Now, I'm not just going to leave you here. I'm going to give you the process I use. Okay, because you might say, get help with mindset. Well, how do I do that? So what I like to do here is I like to put the key result down. So I'm going to write result. What is the key result in which I want? I'll just type it out. Okay. Now, then I'm going to put the measurement of that. So this is, how do I know I've done that? Now I'm going to break this down into mini steps as well, because I might say, work on my mindset. Well, how do I know if I'm getting better at that? Well, I look back through my data, my challenges, and saw that, I did 10 trades I shouldn't do that last month. Okay, well, a big goal for me is for me to go, I'm not doing any of those trades that I shouldn't do, 0. Okay. So then I try to get like, okay, that's like my real lofty goal. It's like a middle version of that. So maybe I need to do 5 trades that I shouldn't do. Okay, great. Okay, but what? Because human beings are not perfect, and we set these lofty goals, and we sometimes set ourselves up for failure. So it's like, wow, if I achieve the top one, I'd be ecstatic. If I achieve the middle one, I'd be quite happy with that. If I achieve the bottom one, I'd still be happy. Okay, so that's kind of what I do there. How do I know I'm on track to achieve this? And then I put and where. Like, this gives me a plan. So who and where. And what I do here is I put, where do I need to go to get help? So, I'm selling a trading community. I'm selling a software. So if you want to get help from us, great. If not, it doesn't matter. Get help from someone else. Okay, just go and get help. Please just go and get help. Right? Because this gives you the plan. This tells you where you're going wrong, where you're going right, and what you need to do to get there. Okay. Now, this is the process. This is the secret. This is the secret sauce that everybody's after. This is the secret behind the success on Betfair. And it's something that every trader should do. And it shocks me. It shocks me when they don't. And it's not even that time consuming. Because what amazes me, and all of you will have done this, is you've opened your phone. Oh my God, I've got 3% battery. And you run around the house like an absolute nutter, looking for the first charger you can find to plug it in so you can go back to reading that crap on Twitter or watching, hopefully not watching this video, but you won't put 10 minutes away to just do this. And I promise you, this is worth the effort. It highlights where you are best and where you aren't. So therefore, I'm going to round this video off. And I'm not going to do a comment because I normally give you a word, okay? I'm going to give you a word. This time I'm going to do a question. I'm going to ask you, and regular listeners will know that I've been asking you for a comment so that I can actually see who's watching these videos. And it's great because I can click on your profiles, I can see your pictures, and some of you have like not real pictures, a profile picture, but that's great. I still imagine that I'm talking to a tractor when I'm doing these videos, okay? Today's one is about a question. So are you ready to get started? If you are, let me know in the comments below. Or are you already a geek for this kind of stuff and you put my system to shame? Like, tell me in the comments below. Remember, we're building a bit of a community here, and I promised to do this video. And actually, it's been one of my favorite videos ever. Don't tell anyone. Okay, don't tell anyone. I will see you next week for another video. Love to you all.